There was something unforgettable about little Enola. In a world covered almost entirely by water, where survival seemed to matter more than innocence, she somehow became the heart of the story. And the remarkable part is that the little girl behind Enola was only 9 years old when audiences first saw her. Her name was Tina Majorino, and her journey from child star to the woman she is today is one many viewers never saw coming. Tina Majorino was born on September 7, 1985, in Westlake, California. Even before Waterworld, she had already begun building a reputation as a talented young actress. But playing Enola changed everything in the movie. Enola isn't simply a helpless child waiting to be rescued. She is curious, brave, stubborn, and strangely wise for her age. She carries a mysterious tattoo on her back, a symbol that could lead humanity toward the legendary dry land. That made her more than just a character. She became a symbol of hope in a world that had almost completely lost it. And Tina had the difficult job of making that innocence feel real. She shared the screen with Kevin Costner. But somehow, little Enola still managed to leave a lasting impression. Her performance had an unusual quality. She didn't need exaggerated emotions or dramatic speeches. Sometimes, a simple look was enough. That is probably why so many people still remember her. But behind the scenes, Waterworld was anything but a small production. The movie became famous for its enormous budget, complicated production, and difficult filming conditions. Yet Tina Majorino came through it as a young actress who had already learned something many adults struggle with: how to stay focused when everything around you feels overwhelming. After Waterworld, she continued acting, appearing in movies such as Karina, and When a Man Loves, a Woman. But then something unexpected happened. Tina stepped away from the spotlight. For a child actor, disappearing from Hollywood can sometimes feel like the end of a career. But in Tina's case, it seemed more like a decision to grow up away from the constant attention. And when she returned, she wasn't trying to recreate little Enola. She was building something completely different. Audiences later saw her in Veronica Mars, where she played Cindy Mac Mackenzie, a character that showed just how much she had developed as an actress. She also appeared in Grey's Anatomy, Bones, Big Love, and other television projects. Suddenly, the little girl from Waterworld wasn't so little anymore. That transformation is what makes Tina's story fascinating. Hollywood often loves child stars for what they represent at one particular age: the innocent face, the memorable performance, the nostalgia. But growing up means eventually stepping outside that image. Tina did exactly that today. When people look back at Waterworld, they often remember Kevin Costner, the massive sets, the futuristic ocean world, and the infamous production stories. But Enola remains one of the movie's most emotionally important characters, and perhaps that is because Tina Majorino gave her something money couldn't create: humanity she made. Enola feel like a real child trapped in an impossible world, carrying a burden far bigger than herself, more than 3 decades after her birth, and more than 30 years since she first began acting. Tina Majorino has lived through this strange journey of growing up in front of cameras, stepping away from them, and returning on her own terms. Maybe that's the real lesson in her story. We sometimes freeze actors in our memories. We remember the child, the character, the moment that made us feel something. But while we were growing older, so were they. Little Enola didn't disappear. She simply grew up. And the next time you watch Waterworld, look past the futuristic ocean and the giant production. Look at the little girl at the center of it all. Because before she became a grown woman with a career of her own, Tina Majorino gave millions of viewers something they could hold on to in a world where almost everything else had disappeared.